What's up, guys? It is me, Nintendo. I think it's fair to say they are the gaming company. After all, so many of the creme de la creme series in the history of gaming came from this company. Obviously all the Mario and Friends games, but also games like Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, PJ Masks, Heroes of the Night. As you can tell, we're dealing with some quality stuff over here. Damn, even your local white girl that claims to be 5% black came from Nintendo. Now you can't sit here and tell me that this company is not impressive. Every kid owned or at least wanted a Nintendo console. I'm pretty sure if you check most kids' Christmas list, in some shape or form, you're gonna find at least one Nintendo console. Apart from me, cause to be honest, when I was a kid, in my Christmas list, all I asked for was Android 18 and the Pink Ranger falling in love with me. I was built different since a young age, guys. I think it's honestly impossible to find a child that does not love Nintendo. Well, unless you got dropped on your head as a child or something. And because every kid loves Nintendo, this is why you should be really cautious in these streets. And let me tell you why. I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to one day just sitting down on your phone doing whatever. Maybe you're scrolling down on Instagram, or maybe you're on YouTube watching the best YouTuber of all time, you. So you're out there simply chilling, but all of a sudden, boom! A little child completely covered in snot appears out of nowhere. I mean, look at the absolute fucking state of that nose. Oh my God! Bro, I haven't seen such a mess on a human being's face ever since I last watched a video of Riley Reid just gulping down a man's divine protein shake. Somebody please give this child a tissue. So yeah, the kid appears out of nowhere and hits you with those dreadful words. Do you have any games on it? Now imagine this scenario but 100 times worse. Guys, keep this in your heads. If you own any sort of Nintendo console, make sure that any kid that frequents your house frequently does not know that you actually have it. Or in a desperate case where your little cousin already knows that you have a console because, I don't know, maybe your mom told him or something. Yeah, shout out to you, mom. Your priority is that every time somebody rings the doorbell, just to be safe, you put all your games away. You might think I'm being over dramatic, but trust me, from experience, it's in your best interest, because if they find out, it's a wrap. Oh man, I cannot wait to play this 8-year-old game that Nintendo's marketing to me as a new one and selling to me at full price of £40, or if you're from the land of obesity, $60. Time for me to open it up and start gaming. Did someone ring the doorbell? Strange.
I came to play, there's a price to pay.
Yeah, that's just not happening today. I personally have so many fun memories of Nintendo. I still remember my first ever portable gaming console was a Game Boy Advance with Pokemon Leaf Green. And I honestly can say I'm so grateful for my parents. You know, some parents love their children and get them a PlayStation or a Nintendo console, while others get him an Xbox. And talking about origin stories, now that I think about it, Nintendo is kind of like my origin story of how I became a fucking degenerate. I still remember all those hours spent on my 3DS watching hours upon hours of twerking compilations on YouTube. Good times, good times. Anyways, when talking about degeneracy, today I wanted to refrain from, mentioning hentai once again, but bow freaking zet. Oh my God, she's thickalicious. I honestly would drink all her dirty bathwater without thinking about it twice. I want to say shout out to my boy Bowser. You get Mario getting all the praise, but behind the scenes, my boy Bowser was putting in that work, you know what I'm saying? He took the word Snow Bunny Sunday really seriously. So in my heart, Bowser will forever be the true hero. Fuck Mario, Sonic was always better than you anyway. Thanks to Bowser, we all had the opportunity to appreciate and consume all that nice, thickalicious Bowser hentai. So Yeah, shout out to you, man. Some people are now probably thinking, Aliun, it sounds like you only have good things to say about Nintendo. Then why do you say on the title that you hate it? Well, come on, guys. All bad things must at least have one good thing about them, right? I mean, look at Bryce Hall. Even he has some redeeming quality about himself. I'm sure. But yeah, over time, I'm seeing Nintendo change as a company. I'm seeing the Nintendo of old disappearing. I don't know if it's because of the fame. I don't know if it's because of all the money they're getting. I mean, don't get me wrong, these people have been filthy rich for the longest time. But I don't know, man. They started looking more and more like Mr. Barnes from Simpsons. Greedy as fuck. And not just greedy, but even worse, lazy. I mean, look at the Nintendo Switch, which is probably gonna be Nintendo's best-selling console of all time. It has so many fucking ports. Is this New York? Is this Geneva? Why is there so many fucking ports, man? To be honest, I can already answer my own question. They're releasing all these ports, but they're selling like crazy. I mean, look at these numbers, man. This is ridiculous. Also, Nintendo, don't take me for a fool. How you gonna fit in a Ring Fit Adventure with all those millions of sales and you're telling me your fans, your Nintendo fans look like this? Something clearly isn't adding up. And to prove a point, I got a random pile of Nintendo Switch games, and now we're gonna pick randomly a couple of them and show you that they're all fucking ports. I'm not even making this up. Port. I swear, a port of an old game on a Nintendo Switch, it is as common as an Asian girl dating a white guy. Also, why is Nintendo's hardware always outdated? Every time there's a new console generation and we're waiting for the new announcements to be made, we're all hyped. You got PlayStation and Xbox coming out with super realistic graphics, incredible frame rate, but when it's time for Nintendo to make their announcement, it always feels like the specs are always like 50 years behind. I mean, look at this Switch. I love this Switch. I love the thought of being able to play Fire Emblem while taking a fat dump in the toilet, okay? And I'm not even that hard of a person to please. I don't need super incredible graphics. I don't need incredible frame rate. But you know, playing Hyrule Warriors at like minus 360 frames per second isn't exactly fun. And the hardware is not the only problem. Even the simple stuff on Nintendo is so complicated. You cannot add a friend by just using their username, but you need some longest code. You cannot make a party chat with your 9-year-old friends, but you gotta download the Nintendo app and use the voice chat in the app. You cannot visit certain websites. Even how the console was made is kind of a problem, because on a Nintendo Switch we have these things called Joy-Cons. You can use them as controllers to play portable. You can take them out and use motion controls. When I tell you like this, it sounds really cool, and it is really cool. But what if I told you that for most people, after a couple of months of using the Joy-Cons all the time, they just stop working properly? This has been a problem ever since the Nintendo Switch came out in 2017, and in 2021 the problem is still there. Nintendo still didn't fix it. And every time somebody mentions to Nintendo, what are you gonna do about the Joy-Cons? Are you gonna change the Joy-Cons? Nintendo's response is always along the lines of, and for me, it would be fine if the Joy-Cons were really easy to get fixed, or maybe they were really cheap to replace, so it wouldn't be a problem to just buy another pair. That's until you find out that buying a new pair of Joy-Cons is gonna run you 65 pounds. Nintendo and its overpriced items, man. Tell me why some plastic Joy-Cons cost you more than a DualShock 5 controller. We can also talk about how Nintendo first-party games never go on sale. These games will always stay at the same price no matter how many years they've been out for. Smash Ultimate still cost you like 48 pounds in the year 2021. This gotta be a joke. Nintendo, how many times do I need to tell you that my name is not Bill Gates? My name is not Jay-Z. I don't have that kind of money. I feel like Nintendo is indirectly telling us, you wanna play our games and you can't afford it? Well, I guess it's time to start stealing or something. Like, come on, man. Imagine I get arrested and then I get interrogated on why I did it, and I'm sitting there telling them that I stole money because I wanted to play Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. Like, come on, man. The policeman is gonna look at me and think, maybe we should have kept chocolate people in shackles after all. But as much as there's so many things that I don't like about Nintendo, I simply cannot give up on them. I have so many good memories with that company, so I'm willing to give it one last chance to prove themselves. If only there was an announcement out of nowhere that gave them a chance to show what they got, man. That would be nice. Notification? Nintendo Switch OLED model? Is this the magical Nintendo Switch Pro that all these YouTubers have been talking about that's gonna fix all the problems with a Nintendo Switch? Oh, we gotta check this out, man. Imagine if it's the same as the old Nintendo Switch with the same Joy-Cons that break after a couple of months, with the same chip power, so games like Hyrule Warriors still run like dog shit, and the only difference being a better quality screen that's like 0.8 inches bigger. That'd be hilarious.
1 hour later.
So after looking into it, it turns out that the Nintendo Switch OLED is basically a Nintendo Switch with the same Joy-Cons, same chip, and a 0.8 inches bigger screen with better quality. So moral of the story? Fuck Nintendo! So anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. Road to 1K subscribers by summer 2022. Still going strong. But how many times, guys, do I have to tell you I cannot get there by myself? I need y'all help. And what I need y'all to do is share the video with your friends if you loved it. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe. And you already know. See you next time.